Hello and welcome to what I guess is the first episode of talking about DIY guitar pedals. I've been thinking about doing this for a while, and I'm waiting for some acrylic to dry on decals, so I don't have much else to do. So I figured, let's record a little vlog. Don't know how often I'll be recording these. I want to aim for, I guess, every 2 weeks, every fortnight or so. We'll see how I go. I'm more of a writer than a talker. I have posted a few of my pedals on YouTube, but now let's start talking about them. Maybe you'll learn something. Maybe I'll learn something along the way. I'm here in my very messy garage, as you can see behind me. Not going to try to clean up or make my workshop look any nicer than it actually is. But yeah, what do we want to cover here? I guess this is the first episode, so maybe this will change a fair bit as things go by. But I want to talk, just like on the website, about advice for people who are getting started, things that I'm learning. I'm always trying to learn something new, and then just things that I'm working on as well. See where we go. As I mentioned, very new at this thing. I'm literally recording this on my phone with like a $5 little phone stand thing. So, hey, maybe it sounds a little crap, but that is what it is. This is all about DIY anyway. It's not supposed to be professional. It's not supposed to be fancy. But yeah, if you've stumbled upon this because you're looking to learn how to make guitar pedals at home, great, welcome. It's a really good hobby. I really encourage you to do it. It's not that hard. It's not that expensive. But you do need to kind of get started somewhere. And look, I want to keep these videos to maybe 10, maybe 15 minutes long. So this is not going to be a whole in-depth, let's build your first pedal video. I do want to start doing some of those eventually, but not tonight. So let's talk about some of the equipment that you need to get started with building guitar pedals at home. Most basic thing that you'll need: soldering iron. I've got a nice little station that is plugged into my power bank here, so it's not going to come out, but this is adjustable, and not that much on Amazon. Various sizes, various wattages. Hop on the website for some advice on specific irons, but that's what you need. You need solder. I say solder. A lot of North Americans will say solder. I, despite my accent, live in the Southern Hemisphere, and we say solder down here. I use 2 gauges. This is a 0.88 mil diameter gauge. That's what I do for bigger stuff like pots and wiring up inside enclosures. For most of the stuff when I'm working on strip board, I use a little 0.6. That's a little bit better for finer work. But you can get away if you're just going to buy one, because solder can be quite expensive. 0.6 will do you. The 0.8 is probably going to be too big for a lot of the work, whereas you can just do more of this stuff. What else do you need? Wire cutters and strippers, pliers. Most people should have these on hand already in a half-decent garage. Pliers. I like these. It's a full multi-tool, but you don't need that. But you also need wire cutters, wire strippers, and some solid core wire. I got a whole package here of solid core wire. Look, you can get away with just one big spool of it. I prefer different colors because when I'm working on something with a few pots and things like that, then I know I always do ground with black, my power in with red. I always do input with this like pink light red and output with this red and black, and then pots I have 4 colors, and then the volume might be yellow and the gain might be green and so on. Yeah, you can get away with one color, but I prefer to have lots of colors. What else? That's about it to get started, other than all your components, obviously. When I buy components, I'll usually order 3 or 4 pedals worth, just to make it worthwhile to order all that and to pay for the postage. But it's up to you. Hop on the website. There's a whole section on easy builds. And I list all the components that you need there. Maybe pick 3 or 4 easy builds. With the enclosures, it will set you back close to $100 regardless of your currency. But then if you've got the bug, then you can keep building. So something small and easy would be something like this harmonic jerkulator here. You can see there's not much in there, just a couple transistors and a handful of resistors and capacitors and a couple potentiometers there. Really easy. This is something I'd knock out in under an hour. Maybe if you're new, it's a 2 or 3 hour build, but that's fine. You get started somewhere. And this is a great fuzz pedal, easy to make. Lots of fuzzes are really, really good for new builds because they're all about that big, if not smaller. Then you can also make some, very basic overdrives and distortions, one knob sort of things that, just gets you used to things. Then over time you move up to something like that. This is something I'm working on right now. This is a Boss CE2, I want to say. Let's say it is a chorus pedal. That's something that's basically done. I'm just waiting on parts for it. Same with this Rat here, basically done. A few more resistors and caps to go in there. Those just arrived, but I'm waiting on the op amp for that, unfortunately. So waiting on that. So while I'm waiting on that, I just finished this last night. Big Muff Pi. This is all ready to go. I tested it out. Sounds great. It just needs to go in the enclosure. So what I'm doing, I'm trying for the first time tonight some water slide decals on the enclosure. If you've seen any of my enclosures, I usually just whack a piece of masking tape on them with a label. So I'm trying something a little bit fancier. My wife made some cool artwork, and I'll try to put some decals on there. So that's something new for me. And but what I didn't realize is you have to spray the decal with acrylic first, and that's going to take an hour to dry. So looking at how long I've been recording this video, we're at 8 minutes, so I've probably got 52 more minutes of drying time waiting for my acrylic. So while I wait on that, I'll start on some of the enclosure wiring for the Big Muff, finish off the caps for the Rat, and we'll see what time it is and go from there. I'd really like to box up this Big Muff by tomorrow, or by tonight, sorry, if not tomorrow. But I guess it also just goes to show you, seeing as I've got, the big chorus waiting for parts, as well as the Rat, I can get most of these parts from Tata out of Thailand. Yeah, out of Thailand. But some, as you get to bigger, stranger builds like this, the op amps and other, integrated circuits, you just can't get other than from weird suppliers on eBay. So I didn't think ahead, and I ordered everything at once, and I needed some op amps, or ICs I should say, from China. And as of 2 weeks ago, I ordered them a month ago. 2 weeks ago, they made it to the UAE for some reason, even though I'm in Australia. So they went from China to Dubai, and now they're coming down to us. So, and they've been in the UAE for 2 weeks now. So I don't think I'm going to be finishing off this chorus pedal anytime soon. But that's another piece of advice as you're getting more organized, or as well as you're getting into this hobby, is order well in advance, because you don't want to be in my situation where I've put in, a week's worth of work on this thing, and I just want to play it, and I can't even test it. I'm missing 2 ICs on this, and I can't play it. I want to play it. That's half the fun. You make these things and you get to play it. And I don't get to play it. But, will I learn my lesson? Probably not, because, it's summertime right now here, and that's when I do most of my building, because it's nice and warm in the garage. And If I'm lucky, I can bang out, quite a few, maybe 10 pedals this summer, and I have enough stuff to build maybe 6 of those 10, and I really should be ordering more stuff right now so that I can build my next one. But it is what it is. There's always something to do, whether it's getting enclosures ready, drilling all that out, or just wiring up foot switches, because all the foot switch wiring is the same. There's always something to do. There's always work to do. And personally, I find it just really satisfying sitting quietly and doing this. But yeah, that's the introduction here of this show of talking about DIY guitar pedals. I don't really know what else I'm going to say tonight. Well, I think that's all I'm going to say tonight. And I'll start planning another one for a couple weeks' time. Maybe we'll talk about staying organized or something like that. We'll see how we go. Thanks.